Welcome to Oregon Preparedness. I'm just trying to fix my camera here, fix my phone. 1 second. Okay. All right. Well, so far nobody is in the room. Nobody is in the chat room so far. So I guess I'll just wait a minute or two until somebody will show up. All right, we have one person in here. Welcome, whoever that is. I just decided today to do live stream. I never do it. Oh, newbie, good to see you, my friend. Glad you can join. And it's my day off. Josephine, good to see you. Welcome. And today is my day off. I'm doing restart. I'm in Indiana. I'm in Indiana, still in the eastern part of Indiana, still on East Coast time. And it's been a really nasty day today. It's been wind, I'm not sure how fast, but I would say at least 40 miles an hour, maybe more. And mixture rain with snow. So I've been just stuck in this truck today, all day. I even did exercising today inside my truck. I just made a video today about it as well. You can check that video out later on if you'd like. So yeah, I can't wait. Boxer Mom, welcome. Thanks for joining. So I decided to do live stream now, just to get in touch with some of you. Plus, some people like this format of socializing. I do like to socialize with all of you through comments. It's fun, but at the same time, this is just different kind of format, which is also cool. So I wanted to talk to you about this war, and I wanted to share with you some of my thoughts. It's been going on more than a year. Started on was it 24th of February? Yeah, I think it was 24th of February. So it's been 13 months now. Obviously, there's no sign of stopping. And more and more I wonder about this war. The war itself is real. Cities are being destroyed. People are dying, civilians and soldiers. But that's all real. However, makes me wonder, and perhaps makes you wonder as well, if this war is staged. And here is my opinion and some of my thoughts why I think this war might be staged. Before this war, and even further back, before COVID, I personally thought for many years, for a number of years, that Vladimir Putin was the greatest president in the world. That's what I used to think. When COVID came, I started to change my opinion of him. I started to wonder, actually, more correctly, because there was just some red flags. Yeah, I know Russian poke, is not the same as American or German, different ingredients, blah blah blah. That's all true. However, any poke needs to be tested. Usually all of them are tested for a number of years, 4, 5, 6 years, even 10 years before they start using them on people. However, Russia claimed that they made it, it's perfect, it's safe, in just matter of, like, I don't remember, it was quick, 3 or 4 months, maybe 5 months. It was just matter of few months. And maybe different ingredients, maybe it's good, maybe it's not as bad. However, without testing, in my opinion, how can it be good? And Putin was pushing that vaccine very hard. He was pushing masks, everything. So those things raised red flags, in my opinion, in my head, in my mind. So I started to wonder. I started to dig deeper. Who is Putin? And turned out to be, I've been aware of this now for the past couple of years. I didn't know about this before, that he went to Klaus Schwab school. For those of you who may not know who Klaus Schwab is, Klaus Schwab is the author of the book, The Great Reset. He's behind all this Great Reset. And he had a school for young world leaders, something like that. You can check on internet. It's not secret. It's on internet. The information is. And Putin was there in his school, among other world leaders, like Angela Merkel, like Emmanuel Macron. So that was another big red flag for me. In my opinion, if you went to Schwab school, then you are not your own person. You are one of them. You are one of the globalists. And I'm not saying he is. However, why did he go to that school? In my opinion, if you went to Schwab school and you follow whatever you learned in that school, then you cannot be pro your own country. And again, this is just my opinion. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments or in the live chat if you think I'm wrong or what your opinion is. But I just don't think Red Scout, thank you for joining and commenting. I just don't think you can be truly on the side of your country if you went to that school. Another thing that also raised a red flag for me, when Vladimir Putin, he has met a number of times with the Pope. Why? In my opinion, and if any of you are Catholics, God bless you, but in my opinion, Pope, he is basically one of the globalists, make it short and sweet. And again, this is just my opinion of some other people, opinion of some other people as well, but why would he go see him? Why would he, if he is from Russia, which is being the country that is Orthodox, it's not Catholic. Even Ukraine, half of Ukraine is Orthodox, like Eastern Ukraine, where all the fighting is going on. Western Ukraine is Catholic, and I think mainly because Western Ukraine was used to be part of Polish territory, and Poland is a very Catholic country. As a matter of fact, Poland is most Catholic country, more so than Italy, as far as I know. And also in Poland, there is most families that do go to church every Sunday. Again, more than in Italy. So Poland is a very Catholic country, and that is why half of Ukraine, Western Ukraine primarily, He is Catholic. So anyway, so Putin meets with Pope, go to Schwab's school. Now, I don't want to say, yeah, he is one of the globalists, for sure. I don't want to say that, because how do I know? I don't know. But it sure makes me think that. By the way, yes, newbie, that's the best thing you can do, is focus on Jesus. By the way, newbie, he's in the chat right now. Check out his channel, newbie925. He's an upcoming YouTube star. He has a whole bunch of really cool videos with different animals and just variety of things. So I would recommend you checking out his channel. He's new, so check out his channel, subscribe, and like his videos. Let's help a brother out, because I know him personally. He's a friend of my son. He's a good guy. So anyway, back to the topic. And so after just putting this all together, hi Aaron James, good to see you in here. After, adding these things together, masks, pokes, being a graduate of Schwab School, meeting with the Pope. By the way, I think Chinese Xi Jinping, I think he's also, I'm not 100% sure, but I think he also went to Schwab School. All this is a whole bunch of red flags to me. And in my opinion, all of them are together. They used to put this slogan during pandemic, we are all in it together. Yeah, it's possible, Aaron James. Trump might. You never know. But in my opinion, you know who is all in it together? All these leaders. Back in the day when there was Cold War before the fall of Soviet Union, in my opinion, that Cold War was real Cold War. United States was truly afraid of Russia. Russia was afraid of United States. It was a real deal. Now, I personally don't think nothing is real anymore. I think all of these things, I think all of these leaders, they're playing chess game. That's what it is. Unfortunately, thousands of people are dying in the Ukraine. Hundreds on each side, on the Russian side, hundreds of soldiers fall each day in the Ukraine as well. Civilians dying. All these soldiers, some of them are young kids in Ukrainian army, some of them are 17 years old, which is just pathetic. And some of them are over 60, but still good portion of them are 20, 30, 40-year-old guys. Those guys, they could have been fathers of more children. Some of them were fathers, and they could have been fathers to more kids. They're not gonna be now. So this war works for the powers that be better than pandemic. In my opinion, I don't think there was 1,000 people dying per day. As Aaron James said, I think they're all putting on the show while the people suffer. Yes, I agree. They are putting on the show. Unfortunately, I'm doing this live stream from my phone. If you do it from the computer, you can read all the comments in full. On the phone, comments, they just appear, and in a few seconds just fade away. So I try to read them. If I miss it and don't read your comment, or I don't read it fully, sometimes I'm unable to do it. Anyway, But thanks for writing out your thoughts. I'm trying to read them as well. And so, basically, where was I? Oh, yeah. So, all these guys, every day they said in Ukraine 500 soldiers fall a day. Russian side, I'm willing to say same, maybe more. That's 1,000 people, plus some civilians. No pandemic was taking that many people away per day, in my opinion. Of course, they said they did. I don't believe so. Yeah, I'm sure people died from pandemic. I'm sure some of it was true, but not to an extent that they claimed it was. Um, so anyway, in my opinion, this is why I think that this war is staged. They are trying to kill as many people as possible. Perhaps they're just trying to get rid of Ukrainian people as a whole. It's possible. How do you know? We'll never know. We'll never find out. And I think, in my opinion, what's going on is possibly, like Donbass area is full of natural resources. And very possible, United States and European Union, they're helping Ukraine a lot. They just want to get to those resources. There's trillions of dollars worth of all sorts of metals and coal and other resources. And Russia probably, and this is, let's pretend they are enemies. Russia is probably just trying to make more of a buffer zone because, resources they got. Siberia is full of all sorts of resources. Although, too much resources, how can you say that? It's like say too much money. Is there such thing as too much money? No, there's no such thing. And so basically it could be, if let's pretend all this is sort of real, then Russia wants buffer, European Union, United States probably want resources, but I'm still leaning more towards the fact that all of this is staged. What happened is they need to make nuclear war, Third World War. But they cannot just out of the blue start pushing the buttons, everybody, and nukes start to fly, and bombing each other. They need somehow to ignite this war. And in my opinion, Ukraine and what's going on there is doing it just fine, igniting this war. It's the way it's working out right now, in my opinion, it's just perfect for powers that be. I would not even be surprised if all of them meet secretively and just hang out together, maybe drinking together, who knows. Maybe Putin and Zelensky are buddies. Probably not, but they could be. I mean, Zelensky, he was selected for this role perfectly. Yes, Red Scout, I do read the Bible. And obviously what's going on is all biblical. All of this has to come to pass. And they need to pave the way for Antichrist. Because if it's all, nice and rosy, no one's going to take Antichrist seriously. If this war is just raging all over the world and he'll come and, just stop all this fighting, stop all this war, everybody's going to say, oh, wow, that's the man I want to follow, Another thing I heard from different sources that Putin may be sick, that he may be sick with a cancer or something. And It may be true, I don't know. I was watching his meeting with Chinese leader. He looked okay to me personally, but he could be sick. We won't really know the truth. It could be rumors, for all I know. However, a lot of people are afraid if Putin is indeed sick, that he has nothing to lose, and he could indeed push the button and send nuclear bombs to Ukraine or to the world. Very possible. But again, in my opinion, I don't think he's that sick. I think he's fine. You know, Putin is a gazillionaire. He's got best healthcare, best nutrition, best trainers who, you know, tell him how to exercise and how to take care of his body. So in my opinion, I don't think he's sick. If he is sick, obviously we'll find out sooner or later. And that begs the next question. If he passes away, if he dies, who would be next leader in Russia? I'm sure there are several people who would like to take his space, his spot. But in my opinion, there are three most probable candidates. One is Medvedev, who already was president of Russia. You know, there was Putin, there was Medvedev after that, even though Putin was still, he was still kind of ahead of Russia through Medvedev. But anyway, nevertheless, Medvedev was basically his puppet, so to speak, during those times. There's also Sergei Shoigu, you know, he's the head of all the military, you know. So I would think he would be possible candidate who would try to fight for the throne. And then there is also Prigozhin, Yevgeny Prigozhin, who is the head of that private company Wagner that is fighting right now around Bakhmut. So I think out of these three people, maybe there is somebody else. There is a bunch of oligarchs in Russia, and but in my opinion, these three are most probable. And in my opinion, nothing will change if he dies. Just like Queen died and his son took place, has anything changed? No. Same thing. Same thing here. If Putin dies, and if Shoigu or Medvedev or Prigozhin takes his place, I don't think anything will change, to be honest with you. I think they will carry on. They're gonna sort of carry on, you know, take over the torch and run with it, so to speak, you know. So a lot of people think, oh, I wish Putin would die. You know, I personally heard it from some people. You know, if the war would be over. In my opinion, I don't think that war would be over if he died. So anyway, what do you think about it? Let me know in the comments. What do you think about, am I right, am I wrong about what happens if Putin dies? And also let me know in the comments, or if you're in the live stream right now, let me know if you think Putin is sick. Because in my opinion, he isn't. And also, this friendship with China, I don't even know what to think about it, to be honest with you. Chinese leader, I don't think he acts like he's friendly with Russia. I think he's looking how to take advantage of Russia, honestly. So I could be wrong about all of that. I think China is just waiting for Russia to get weaker, because Russia has some territory that China used to have years ago, hundreds of years ago, and China is waiting for the United States and the whole NATO to get more exhausted from this war, and maybe then they would make their move. Again, time will tell. Well, meanwhile, thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching my videos, for all the support. I appreciate you all, and I will see you in the next live stream and in the next videos. Take care, and God bless.